Welcome to my channel. I'm Stacey and my mission is to make the world a more beautiful, healthy, happy place through nutrition, fitness, mindset, all that good stuff. When did I begin my love affair with mindset? Well, it all started probably when I was 21. I was dating this guy who was adopted by a very wealthy family, and his mother scared the living daylights out of me. She was scary. And so we were going to his family reunion and I needed to develop some confidence. I needed to develop a way to handle the situation. So I checked out a self-help book from the library and I read it all the way to Michigan. I don't know that it helped that much to get through that weekend, but it led me into my love affair of personal development. From there, Tony Robbins, man. Tony Robbins was my 20s. Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within, had a huge impact on this. Even to this day, I still remember lines from that book because I literally read it and highlighted things and underlined things and wrote notes and tacked them to the fridge, and I ate the stuff for breakfast every day. Literally, I had my coffee and my Tony Robbins. And one of his lines, everything happens for a reason and a purpose and it serves us. That's direct from that book that I read over 20 years ago. And it still runs through my head to this day when something wacky happens. Around that time too, when I was all into Tony Robbins, I started getting into, I would go to Walden Books. I loved that bookstore because I didn't have a computer back then. That was before you could just Google anything. And I would go to the bookstore and go zoom right to where the Tony Robbins type stuff was. And then I just remember getting all into learning about cognitive distortions and how to fix faulty mental filters, the all or nothing thinking and the black and white thinking, and learning how to recognize it. From there, I got into neuro-linguistic programming, delving into the subconscious. I have a weird story for you guys. I think it sounds crazy, so I know you're gonna think it sounds crazy, and I still think it sounds crazy. So I read this one book, and it's about, your subconscious has all the answers to all of your life's problems or whatever. Your life's mission, your subconscious knows what you're here for. It knows. And it gives you these affirmations, and you say them before you go to sleep at night. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Sure, I'll do it. So I read this little passage from the book before I go to sleep every night. And it's something along the lines of, my subconscious knows everything. It has infinite wisdom. It knows what my path in life is. It knows my purpose. My subconscious mind will reveal all to me. It sounds so ridiculous. But I was like, whatever, I would do it, I was younger and a little more impressionable. I'd probably still try it now, just because I think this stuff is cool, and why not? What if it works, So I do that, and I did this for a couple nights, and on the third night, I wake up. I wake up with the voice of God talking to my head. I've never heard voices, okay? I don't know what this voice was. I've never had a dream like that where there was just a voice talking. And the voice says, you have the beat. You have the beat. Really? Thanks, subconscious. I have the beat. That's just great. What the heck does that mean? Am I supposed to be a cop? They're on the beat. I like to eat beets. And then, so I had never played drums before. And then that year, I ended up dating this guy that had a drum set, and I had never played. And I got on them. And I was like a fish in water. I was literally like a little goldfish that had flopped out of the bowl, and it was like, I can't breathe. And they threw him back in, and he's like, seriously, that was me on the drums. And he was like, I've never seen someone sit on the drums and play a beat. And I'm like, this is the best thing ever in the whole world. But then I never really pursued it. I got a drum set and I practiced, and I was really good. And I go to open mics here and there. I go to an open mic and I'll sit on the drums, and people like the way I play drums. And what am I supposed to do? Drop everything and become a drummer? I didn't pursue that. But anyway, that's the answer I got from my subconscious. I have the beat. These days, what I'm really enjoying from mindset, I'm reading Jocko Willink, and he's good, but he doesn't tell stories. I like stories. And everything that he has in his book is all stuff that I've probably read somewhere else. Like nothing has been like, oh wow, that's true. It's just all been like, yep, I know, yep. I have not read The Secret, but I do believe in the law of attraction, in as much that what you focus on, and Tony Robbins, once again, you know, what you focus on is what you get. I mean, he was already preaching that before The Secret ever came out. At some point, it's like, you gotta stop reading the self-help books and just take action on stuff, you know? That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I know all this stuff now, just act on it, you know? All right, let me just end this with my favorite motivational quote. If you want better results, make better choices. Ah, hear the angels sing. Be stronger than your excuses. Oh, my cookbook update, it's in the works. I'm just getting it formatted. I had one of my patrons offer to do it, and I probably should have taken her up on the offer. Dee Dee, I should have just said okay and let you do it, but here's what I was thinking. I was just like, well, what if she does it and I want to fix a few things, but then I don't want her to be offended, and I don't want to mess up my relationship with this nice lady that's so supportive of everything I do, so I'll just go to a, you know, complete stranger on Fiverr and have them do it. Oh. And so it's been like 10 days. We've been going back and forth, and Poing Fikar from Indonesia and I are working together to get this cookbook out to you, and I just, yeah, it's coming. I will have another video out in about a week, and until then, I hope that you're healthy, happy, well, staying safe, not bored out of your minds, not watching too much Tiger King, and I will see you soon. So I've had this blanket. My grandmother gave it to me years ago, and now every time I look at it, I think of Tiger King, and then that stupid song gets stuck in my head. Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. Can't convince me that it didn't happen. Fed him to tigers, they're snacking. What's happening?